Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How is it going? Good old Conflicts here, and I hope you're all doing well today. In today's video, we're going to be talking about ATS and my 5 hopes for the future of this game. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. I can come across as a very negative person when it comes to ATS. Anybody that's been on my streams or you've seen any of my reviews for the DLCs know that I am a very harsh critic of the game. And that is because obviously I want this game to succeed, and a bit of harsh criticism will always help make things better. And well, I'm a bit of an asshole as well, but we'll gloss over that. Anywho, I'm confident SCS can steer the helm and the horizon is looking good. But here are my 5 things that I hope that are going to happen in the near future for ATS. And let's start off straight away with number 1. Number 1, Oregon is going to be a fresh start. My hope with Oregon this year is that it is going to be the fresh start that ATS desperately needs. Look, in all honesty, ATS has had a really crappy couple of years to start its life. The game has been like an old engine, sputtering out content here and there, and it's just been chaos. We're 2.5 years into this game, and we have 2 DLCs. One of those was a free pre-order that was already halfway done when the game launched, and then we had the rescale, which was a year to basically correct a debatable mistake on SCS's part. I'm not going to go there with that one because I could go off on a whole tangent with that. And yeah, we already had enough of that. And then we also have New Mexico, which came out, which, yeah, let's not talk about that either. I've done a review on that, and yeah, let's not go there. So now, you're probably thinking after that, why am I excited for Oregon then if you seem so negative? And that's because up to this point, we have pretty much seen sand simulator states. It's just stuff that's a little different, but still the same. I mean, it's sand, some more sand, and some sand with your sand. Oregon is going to be the first DLC that, for starters, is going to have little to no sand. Thank God, being a stark contrast to the current map. And that is going to be a welcome addition. I mean, Oregon is different as well. It's a combo of 4 areas basically crammed into one. You have the California coastlines, you have the bustling forest areas, the nice mountain regions, and then you also have the urban cities all crammed into one state. And I think done correctly, that they're going to bring Oregon out and maybe a new truck, and it could be the turning of a new leaf for this game. It may encourage people to pick it up and potentially bring back disgruntled owners who have left the game, and, Oregon could give them the reason to come back. So, yeah, that's what I think anyway. I'm hoping Oregon's going to be a fresh new start. And talking about new trucks coming into the game, that leads me on to number 2 quite nicely. Number 2, new truck brands by the end of the year. Now, this is one of the big things I am hopeful for in the near future, and that is new truck brands entering into this game, because at the moment it's one of the biggest things that's hurting this game, and I mean this is significantly hurting this game. Literally, this game is called American Truck Simulator, when really it should be called American Truck Simulator with 2 truck brands in and 4 total trucks to customize and play around with in a truck simulation game. Really? Seriously? Like, could you imagine any other genre pulling that stuff? No, because they get absolutely decimated. Now, I know there's going to be some of you out there that are going to disagree with me, and it's going to be something along the lines of, oh my god, how could you say anything bad about SCS? They're absolutely amazing and cannot be criticised in any shape or form. SCS are a small team of 200 people working hard to get the licenses and to make an amazing truck simulator game, and already have a hugely successful franchise running with ETS2, so it's not easy to do. Stop being a hater and love to scan your screw the Renault or prepare to die. You cyber bully. Oh god, Jesus, that's a perfect impression of the blog post comments. Look, jokes aside, I get that licenses are hard to obtain and that the legal negotiations are probably insanely difficult beyond my comprehension. I take nothing away from SCS, I reckon they are absolutely busting their ass off to do this. But let us be realistic here for a second. We are 2 years into a truck simulation game with 2 truck brands and a smattering of trucks at best. It is not good. I mean, it's like buying a racing game and only being allowed to play with 3 of the 15 teams because of licenses 2 years after the game came out. You'd be furious. But for some reason, which absolutely mystifies me, I've said before, people just go, oh yeah, but it's SCS, it's those cheeky chappies that make that truck simulation game. They're alright, we don't have to criticise them. They're just SCS, innit? And, that always absolutely perplexes me. Like, you can't have that discussion because they're just like the Jesus Christ of video games, seemingly. But, hey, I'm going to end this on a high note because this is hopes for the future. From what SCS said on their latest stream, they're near to getting a new truck license done, and they've already got one truck license done and dusted out of the way, and they're currently in the process of doing the sound and image and video captures for it. So hopefully we have that to look forward soon. Maybe it'll come out with Oregon, maybe before Oregon. But what do you guys reckon it's going to be? Let me know in the comments section down below. I'm thinking Volvo personally, but hey, you never know. But anywho, let's move on to number 3. Number 3, trailers and manual loading. Trailers have been spoken about in the SCS live stream, and it should be interesting to see what they do with them. The whole concept about buying a trailer for your company and whether or not your AI can use them, how yourself are going to use them. It's going to be interesting to see that. And they are a positive for the future, but they're not going to be around for a couple of years, let's be frank. SCS has already got a lot on their plate, and I don't think trailers is right up at the top of that list. Now, one thing I would love to see them do, kind of as a go-between or an in-between, is on ATS an ability to manually load specific trailers. Now, primarily my example is the quarry trailers. You know, your ones you pick up from the mining areas and the quarry areas. Like, at the moment, what is the point of way stations? Apart from to give you that little bars that you get and pulled over and you got to pull in and do the little thing for your immersions, or, you know, just gives me a free tirade of jokes to make. Now, just imagine for a second, right? If you went to the quarry, you grabbed the trailer, and then you had to go and load the trailer yourself. Nothing complex. I'm not saying like something over the top complex. I'm literally thinking going up to the chute, holding enter, keeping an eye on a little dialogue box underneath to make sure that your weight is at the right specification, and then having the ability to add more weight, take weight off, and then obviously weighing your truck to make sure it's within specifications and whatnot. Just think what a small update like that could do. It could add significant immersion to the game, which, you know, it's a simulation game, the immersions, we want the immersions, and, you know, it actually gives way stations a use on the road, rather than just being a nice little thing that pulls you off the road from time to time. Now, I don't know if this is feasible, but I really hope it is, and I really hope it's something SCS are considering along with trailers, but we will have to wait and see. Moving on to number 4. Number 4, the live streams stopping on Steam. How could you say that SCS is a small team of 200 people who work hard to provide you with an amazing game, and you Renault-loving monstrosity cyberbully? Sorry, every time I know I can't help myself. It's just too easy. Well, alright, for starters, chill your tits. I'm not saying that the streams have to go completely. I love the SCS stream that they did. It's great. I love them. But Steam is not the place. I mean, the traffic's tiny, number 1. Only the hardcore ETS2 fans are going to be interested to tune in and go through the hassle to watch. And number 3, well, I mean, I had problems with the live stream. I don't know if other people had problems with the live stream, but the live stream was just iffy. It was just dodgy on Steam. I didn't. It was laggy for me, and it was problematic. Now, let's just think for a second. Hypothetical. What if the stream was on Twitch and YouTube, and it was more accessible? What kind of benefits could that have? I mean, 1, more people, more traffic means better things for the game, more sales, more money. Like, could you imagine having the SCS developer stream on the front of Twitch, maybe when they release or when they're going to announce Oregon or something like that? That could bring new people into the genre, buying the game, more money, better technology comes from more money, that type of thing. And number 2, I mean, having a platform on Twitch, Mixer, or whatever the heck they want, it's going to be a lot more beneficial in the long run versus a platform like Steam. I mean, heck, what if they started adding in streams from time to time, maybe once a month, let the people get to know the team that are making the game? I don't think that'd be a bad idea. I mean, I'd watch that if they had, like, just different members of the team streaming from time to time, that kind of thing. I'd think that's pretty interesting. I mean, World of Tanks console do it, and that streams come with tremendous success. I mean, let me get back to the point though. Don't get me wrong, I love Steam and the fact that SCS wants to live stream to the community to directly update them. Personally, I think it's a great idea. But I also think that Steam is not the place to do it, and they should be looking at a more popular streaming site like Twitch or YouTube live streams or something along those lines. But, you know, opinions are like assholes, everybody has one. Do you guys agree with me? Let me know in the comments section down below. But finally, let's move on to my last point, which is number 5. And number 5, more people start moving over from the ETS2 team. Look, this is obviously an inevitable one, but I hope this happens much sooner than later. I'm hoping in the next 2 years or less, the majority of the team of SCS is moved over and working on ATS, with a small remainder of the team working on ETS 2. I mean, there's not much left to be done until ETS 2, is there? Spain, Portugal, Ireland, Germany rework, possible UK rework, and Greece. Now, you're probably thinking that's a lot. What the hell am I on about? That's a ton of stuff, Luke. Why are they going to move team away from that? Yeah, but compare that to the 44 potential DLCs that ATS has left to do. Yes, obviously when we get to the East Coast, there's going to be smaller DLCs and whatnot. But there is still way more work to do on ATS than there is on ETS. I mean, 5 DLCs versus 40 plus potential DLCs. And I mean, from a business standpoint, it's in SCS's interest to move over to ATS as soon as possible. I mean, it's financially worth it and they've got more work to do over there. So wouldn't you be more likely to focus into that? And on top of that, it's their newer product. I mean, you'd be lucky to think that it is their newer product with how much work they put in on ETS2. But that's a whole nother video by itself. I mean, as I said, it should have already been done. But as the saying goes, opinions are like arseholes. Everybody has one. But yeah, that's basically what I think on that one. I really hope that they start moving over the team. What do you think? Do you think they need to start moving people over on now, or can they hold on? What do you reckon? Comments down below. But there you go, folks. I just wanted to do that quick little video today talking about my hopes for ATS in the future. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, give it a like, subscribe for more. And do you agree or disagree with me? What are you looking forward to yourselves? Let me know in the comments section down below. Anywho, I'm going to sign off there. Thank you everybody for watching. I have been Conflicts, you have been you, and I will catch you guys all on Friday.